Hello and welcome to our channel, where we journey into the shadows of folklore and myth. Today, we venture deep into the verdant, spiritual landscapes of Southeast Asia to uncover the story of one of Thai folklore's most specific and unsettling entities, Phi Kong Koi. This is not a generic, fleeting spirit. It is a creature with a distinct identity, a terrifying modus operandi, and profound cultural significance, particularly in the northern and northeastern regions of Thailand, known historically as Lana and Isom. For centuries, its name has been a hushed warning among those who dare to tread where the jungle reigns supreme. Phi Kong Koi is a feared forest spirit originating from Thai and Lao folklore, a being believed to inhabit the most remote and inaccessible parts of the world's deep jungles, mist-rooted mountains, dark caves, and untouched wilderness areas. To understand this entity, one must first understand the traditional view of the forest itself. In ancient animist beliefs, which predate and later merged with Buddhism in the region, the jungle was not merely a collection of trees and animals. It was a living, breathing, conscious realm ruled by powerful spirits, not by humankind. Phi Kong Koi is the very embodiment of the jungle's inherent danger and hostility, a terrifying personification of nature's indifference to human survival. Unlike many famous Thai ghosts, such as Maenak Prakanong, who are tied to a specific tragedy, a personal injustice, or a single haunted location, Phi Kong Koi is a nomadic terror. It is not the lingering soul of a single deceased individual, but a roaming, primordial entity that belongs to the wilderness itself. It represents the untamable, unpredictable, and lethal force of the forest, a constant threat to any who intrude upon its domain. Its name is said to derive from its haunting, rhythmic cry, which echoes through the jungle canopy in the dead of night. Kung kong ka kong ka kong ka. Koi! This chilling vocalization is often the only warning its victims receive before an attack, a sound that signals the approach of a predator perfectly adapted to the darkness. From an anthropological perspective, the legend's origins may be rooted in historical human encounters. The term koi, or koi, bears a resemblance to archaic words used by dominant ethnic groups in the region to describe various indigenous forest-dwelling peoples, sometimes pejoratively. Scholars have theorized that the myth of Phi Kong Koi might be a supernatural reinterpretation of encounters between early settlers or travelers in isolated, perhaps misunderstood, forest communities. Over centuries, these real-life interactions could have been transforming human others into monstrous, one-legged spirits, their unfamiliar customs and appearances exaggerated into the stuff of nightmares. Descriptions of Phi Kong Koi's physical form, passed down through generations of oral tradition, are remarkably consistent, yet terrifyingly grotesque. It is typically depicted as a humanoid creature, but one twisted by deformity. Its most defining characteristic is that it possesses only a single leg, forcing it to move by hopping through the dense undergrowth. Despite this apparent disability, folklore insists it can move with unnatural speed and silence, especially under the cover of darkness. It is said to have a gaunt, emaciated body, often contrasted with a grotesquely swollen belly, as if perpetually starved yet bloated. Its skin is described as dark or ashen. Its arms are long and spindly, ending in sharp, claw-like nails. The face is often a vision of horror, with sunken hollow sockets that sometimes contain fiercely glowing eyes. Some accounts granted a long, prehensile tongue or a tubular, proboscis-like mouth, perfectly designed for its gruesome purpose, sucking blood. The victims of Phi Kong Koi are almost exclusively those who find themselves vulnerable and exposed in its territory. Hunters tracking game deep into the wilderness, Buddhist monks seeking solitude for meditation in remote forests, soldiers on patrol in jungle-clad border regions, and lost travelers who have strayed from safe paths are all considered primary targets. The spirit is said to be an opportunistic predator, preying on individuals who are sleeping alone or exhausted from their journey. Its method of attack is chillingly specific. It strikes when its victim is at their most defenseless, targeting the feet and toes. It is said to latch on and suck blood, or, in some versions of the legend, drain the life force directly from the body. Victims are often discovered in the morning, appearing pale, weak, and lifeless, with few, if any, visible wounds, save for perhaps a small, almost unnoticeable mark on their big toe. This folkloric description aligns uncannily with the real-world dangers that have plagued jungle travelers for millennia. The symptoms of a Phi Kong Koi attack weakness, paleness, and unexplained death during sleep are those of severe medical conditions prevalent in the region. Malaria, transmitted by nocturnal mosquitoes, can cause intense fevers and anemia. Exhaustion, dehydration, and hypothermia are constant threats. Severe anemia from other causes, or even sudden death from undiagnosed health issues, could easily be attributed to a supernatural predator in a pre-scientific context. The legend of Phi Kong Koi thus serves as a powerful metaphor for these invisible, lethal threats of the jungle. Naturally, a rich set of protective traditions evolved to counter this spectral menace. The most fundamental rule passed down by elders was to never sleep with one's feet exposed or pointing out into the darkness. Travelers were advised to sleep with their feet facing a campfire, as the spirit is believed to fear fire. Crossing one's legs or tucking one's feet under their body was another common practice. Traveling in groups was highly recommended, as the creature was thought to target lone individuals. Other protective measures included surrounding a campsite with thorny branches, reciting sacred Buddhist chants Gatha, or maintaining a state of mindful meditation to repel negative energies. Furthermore, hunters and travelers were warned to avoid animal salt licks, known in Thai as dinpang, as these natural clearings were considered hotspots for spiritual activity and places where Phi Kong Koi was likely to hunt. The belief in this entity is not confined to ancient tales. It has persisted into modern times, bolstered by testimonies from respected figures. One of the most famous accounts comes from the highly revered 20th century forest monk Luang Pu Waen during his ascetic wanderings in the jungles of Laos, he reported encountering a group of beings matching the description of Phi Kong Koi. He claimed they were small, hopped on one leg, and spoke an unintelligible language. According to his testimony, he was protected from them by his deep state of meditation. This encounter has led some scholars and historians to suggest that what Luang Pu Waen may have encountered was not a ghost, but a small, isolated ethnic group whose appearance and behavior were so unfamiliar that they fit the pre-existing mythological template of the Phi Kong Koi. The legend also exhibits fascinating regional variations, reflecting the diverse cultural tapestry of Southeast Asia. Among the Thai Dam people of Laos and Vietnam, a similar spirit is described, but it is typically female, small in stature, and has backward-facing feet. In some Karen beliefs, the creature is more animalistic, a blood-sucking beast of the forest rather than a humanoid ghost. Even in recent years, from 2016 to 2024, the Phi Kong Koi has made appearances in the digital age. Unexplained footprints, blurry viral videos capturing hopping figures in the dark, and even reports of home disturbances in rural areas bordering forests have been attributed to the one-legged spirit. While many of these modern claims have plausible scientific explanations ranging from misidentified animals to outright hoaxes, they demonstrate the enduring power of the legend in the collective imagination. Ultimately, the cultural role of Phi Kong Koi extends far beyond a simple campfire scare story. It is a powerful symbol of warning, a narrative tool that enforces a deep-seated respect for the natural world. The legend discourages reckless travel and solitary journeys into dangerous, unknown territory. It teaches crucial survival awareness, reminding people to be mindful of to protect themselves from the unseen dangers of the night, and to never underestimate the power of the wilderness. The archetype of a one-legged hopping monster is not unique to Thailand. Similar creatures appear in folklore across the globe, from the hopping vampires Jiangxi of China to the one-legged Nosnas of Arabian mythology, suggesting a universal archetype of fear rooted in human vulnerability and the uncanny. In the Thai belief system, the jungle is alive, it is conscious, and it is unforgiving. Phi Kong Koi is the timeless, hopping embodiment of that profound and terrifying truth, an animist spirit that has found its place within Buddhist cosmology and continues to haunt the forests to this day. Thank you for watching. If you wish to continue our deep dive into the folklore and forgotten stories that shape our world, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more tales that no one else is going to tell you.